Thank you, Margaret, and thank you to everyone here. I just love looking at the screen and seeing friends, seeing people I know from other sessions here at Alignment, new friends. It's just an honor. So, Margaret, I want to thank you for inviting me to be here, and it's always special and fills my heart to be here. Um, Tonight, our theme is calm and hope in hard times. Um, and it's not like these are the only hard times. When I've looked at other through the years, it seems to be so many hard times, but this one, where we are right now in here in the United States and really all over the world, what a blessing to have this time together in interfaith alignment. I want to thank you again, Margaret. I'm Rabbi of Or Zarua, and I realize sometimes I don't translate what that means. Here's the Hebrew, Or Zarua Lat Tzaddik. Or Zarua comes from Psalm 97, verse 11, and it means light is planted for the righteous. And so really the idea is that we all have a center, a core that we share, that really were given at birth. And the idea is that that place is pure and holy, and it's our source of light and breath. So, in these sessions, and tonight, I'm hoping we can just taste a bit of that, our core and our center. It's our Jewish practice to start with a blessing. I like to frame everything with a blessing and a blessing of holiness, lifting up this Hebrew word tzedek, which is when I said Or Zarua Lat Tzadik. The word tzedek means righteousness. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ruach haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lirdof tzedek. We praise you, God, Spirit of the universe, who calls us to holiness through mitzvot, commandments, commanding us to pursue justice. And the Hebrew tzedek, tzedek tirdof, justice, justice you shall pursue. I love this little visual. One day I would like to turn on the news and hear there is peace on earth. Sometimes these days I have to turn off the news to return to a place of calm, not putting my head in the sand, but I always like to remind myself and be lifted up by other people who say, too, you can turn off that news. To be blasted 24/7 is not a place of holiness and doesn't lead us towards that calm that we're looking for. So let's take a holy breath and take a moment to think, to whom or for whom might you be dedicating your practice today? I've learned this from my teachers. It's always important to honor others. Take a moment, take a breath. I like the practice of blowing my own breath, blowing breath into the palms, feeling the warmth, placing that warmth where you need it the most. And notice to whom you might be dedicating this practice. It's for yourself, of course, but we also open our hearts to loved ones. So just make a mental note of someone to whom you're dedicating this practice. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. Hearing the holy sound of the breath. In Hebrew, we say kolot kedusha, sounds of holiness. So singing, poetry, words of comfort, those are all words and sounds of holiness. So take that breath again and place it on your heart. Allowing your heart to open to yourself, to open to others. The softened heart is where peace comes. This next song is from Psalm 90. The Psalms, we share the Psalms in our different faith traditions. And I love this one that to use each day, that each day counts, to make each day count by doing good in the world, by softening our hearts, opening our hearts, and doing acts of justice. Teach us to treasure each day. Teach us to treasure each day, that we may open our hearts to your wisdom. Teach us to treasure each day, that we may open our hearts to your wisdom. Teach us to treasure each day. Treasure each day. Teach us to treasure each day. Treasure each day. Teach us to treasure each day. Limnot yameinu. Limnot yameinu. Limnot yameinu kein hoda v'navi levav chochma. Limnot yameinu kein hoda v'navi levav chochma. Treasure each day. Teach us to treasure each day. Treasure each day. Teach us to treasure each day. So taking that breath in between, and as I've learned in the Quaker tradition, being partners with Molly Hicks and Old Haverford Friends, is to take that pause, to take a pause of silence, to let the teaching, the song, the intention rest a moment. So this is a beautiful poem. I'm going to ask Margaret if you would read this. This is really the gift, Margaret, that you've created and that all of Interfaith Alignment, Molly and Harold and all of your board and everyone who attends have created this safe space here. So Margaret, would you read us this poem?
Thank you, Rabbi Shelly. When the world is about to crush me with all of its weight, I find safety here. When people have been too cruel because of their ignorance, I find compassion here. When my government tries to silence me, I find my voice here. When I feel a sense of helplessness during these uncertain times, I find peace here. When I am lost and tossed about in the day-to-day maze of activity, I find direction here. When I feel isolated at times, I find comfort here. When friends seem nowhere to be found in the daily grind, I find good friends here. When I sometimes lose sight of what I can do for the community, I find purpose here. When I feel that my family is scattered hundreds of miles away, I find the nearness of family here. When the cacophony outside is too much and I need to be soothed, I find beautiful music here. When I run around and take simple things for granted, I find meaning here. When I am gone and have left only my name, I know that I will be remembered here. Oh, Rabbi Shelly, this speaks my heart.
Isn't it beautiful? And we've shared this other times in other communities where we need to feel safe. It's what you've created here safe community. And this Siddur, this prayer book, is called, that it's from, is Sha'ar Zahav, which means gate or gates of gold. And it's a congregation in San Francisco. It was one of the first LGBTQ congregations. And they have a beautiful prayer book. And this poem, it's um, just lovely. So I'm happy to share that afterwards if you would like it or anyone would like it. I can send that. Um, so I'm going to stop this share a second just so everyone can look at this beautiful community with gratitude and feel safety that you've created, Margaret, by creating this community. And we're on a few pages here too on Zoom. So we say that we see the light in each other's eyes. So take a moment to see the light that's created by each person. Or Zarua Lat Sadiq, we plant seeds of light, we share them with each other. In these times, these difficult and trying times, we find hope in being together. Thank you for reading that so beautifully, Reverend Margaret. I appreciate that. So we come here tonight to holding so much. There's a poet, Donna Folds, who I love to read, and a lot of you probably know her. Her prayer, her poems come out of her yoga work, and one of them is Just for Now, and it's about loosening and letting go. So before we sing this song, I'm going to read this poem by Donna Folds. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you and the infinite expanse of sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free, awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are, so fully alive that when you open your eyes, the world looks different, newly born and vibrant, just for now. So we'll sing together, Loosen, if you know it. Of course, you're singing from home, so if you know it, sing it at home. It's one I learned from. I always like to honor my teachers, from my friend and our friend at Or Zarua, Sari Fogel, and Reverend Margaret. You know the Fogels, and I learned this from and Sari learned it from Lee. So I think one of our traditions that we say in Hebrew, Lador Vador, from generation to generation. But as a teacher, Margaret, you too, I was a teacher for many years before becoming a rabbi. We always like to honor the teachers from whom we've received wisdom. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Holy breath and holy name. Can you ease this pain? Holy breath and holy name. Can you ease this pain? Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. I don't know about you, but I need reminders to let go. And when we come together and we sing and we meditate, we chant poetry, we take breath, it reminds our body, our mind, and our body to let go. It's so hard. There's so much on us. We feel obligated so much of the time to keep working and doing and fixing. But if we don't take the time to receive, to be what we say in Judaism, a holy shefa, a holy flow, we need to receive blessing in order to offer blessing to the world. We need to be in that holy flow. We can't be working and doing all the time, or we'll burn ourselves out. In the text that many of us share, Moses was observed by his brother-in-law Jethro, Yitro, we say in Hebrew, and he said, "You can't do all the work yourself. You'll burn yourself out. You need help. Don't take it all on yourself. You can't do it." And the commandment also is that we each need to do our part. It's upon us to do what we can, but it's not upon us to do all of the work nor to finish it. But if we each do some of the work, that's how we bring more hope and more justice, more tzedek into the world. I'm going to ask Sandy if you would read this poem by John Rodel. It's a favorite. I've probably shared it before. So, Sandy, if you'd unmute. John Rodel is I found him on Facebook. He's published some books of poetry, but he has conversations with God. Um, it's he's a he's very gifted. He's self-deprecating, he struggles, and what a gifted poet he is. So, Sandy, would you read this for us?
I'd be glad to. Thank you, Rabbi Shelley. When the world goes mad, be wildly kind to everyone, 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 everyone. You can't control much, but you control how you treat others. In these breaking news, heartbreaking times, when nothing feels certain, let your raw kindness be a certainty. Allow your compassion to become a North Star, stamped up in the sky for others to follow back home.
Thank you, Sandy.
Mm,
They're just
mm,
so many words that pop out there, I think.
mm, mm,
Compassion, North Star,
mhm.
home. That word home, I don't know, for you, we're all coming from different places. So our home is in different locations, but we know what it feels like to come home and to really come home to ourselves and feel at one with ourselves. It doesn't happen that often, but I feel like this holy practice, Margaret, that you have each Sunday is a place of home for everyone of all over the world, people coming in. You create this space, this holy space of home. Thank you, Sandy, for sharing that and reading that. So, receiving blessing in order to offer blessing, a metta meditation in song. Some of you know this. It's one of my favorites. May I be safe. Then we'll change it to may you be safe. May we be safe. May I be safe. May I be happy. May my body be strong. May my life unfold with ease. May I be safe. May I be happy. May my body be strong. May my life unfold with ease. Yai, yai, yai. Yai, da, da, da. Yai, da, da. Ya, da, 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 da. Yai, da, da. Yai, da, da, da. Yai, da, da. Ya, da, 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 da. Now think of someone to whom you want to offer blessing, someone who you love, someone who's close to you in your heart. They may not live near you, someone in need of any kind of blessing that you feel that they need right now. Think of that person in this next verse. May you be safe. May you be happy. May your body be strong. May your life unfold with ease. May you be safe. May you be happy. May your body be strong. May your life unfold with ease. Yai, yai, yai. Yai, yai, da, da. Yai, yai, yai. Yai, da, 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 da. Yai, yai, yai. Yai, yai, da, da. Yai, yai, yai. Yai, da, 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 da. And for this last verse, it's for all of us. So I like to offer us to open our hands, our palms, maybe touch the screen next to you, this way, whatever way feels comfortable, so we can offer blessing to each one, to everyone here. And it's just so powerful that we're coming in from so many different places, that the blessing be spread really across oceans. May we be safe. May we be happy. May our bodies be strong. May our lives unfold with ease. May we be safe. May we be happy. May our bodies be strong. May our lives unfold with ease. Yai, yai, yai. Yai, da, da, da. Yai, da, da. Ya, da, 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 da. Yai, da, da. Yai, da, da, da. Yai, da, da. Yai, da, 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 da. So if you could share in the chat, if you're comfortable, a blessing that you have for all of us here on the screen, something that you feel called to offer for your blessing as we did. May we be safe. May we be happy. What might your blessing be? I'm just looking for some this is my first time looking at the chat just now and seeing other beautiful comments that people have created in here of blessing, of good news, of people to whom you were dedicating your practice. Blessings for each other. May we be Molly says, may we be courageous. May peace settle deep into our hearts and carry it forward through the week. Blessings of the Scottish wind to us all. Oh, I love that. Um, so, as we come to a close, we're not quite at a close yet. I wanted to ask Molly if you would read a poem. It's a fresh poem that I created here. So, Molly, would you read this poem on hope?
Yes, thank you. Hope is not fragile, though the world around it shatters. Hope is the weed that cracks the sidewalk, the flame of the small candle that still burns. Hope does not deny suffering. Hope
Stand with
stands
it.
it.
It should be
Oh,
stand with it. I'm sorry.
stands with it. Offers a hand. Whispers, begin again. We can do this. Hope is not polished. It stumbles through dust, wipes its brow with trembling hands. Hope takes a trowel, a shovel, a hoe, a rake, planting seeds of light and justice. Hope, sometimes it looks like protest, sometimes like posting a sign on your lawn or writing a letter or making a phone call. Hope, it means supporting the causes for justice that you most believe in. Hope remembers what the prophets knew, what the Psalms sighed. Out of the depths I call to you, and from the depths we rise, not because the world is fixed, but because we are still here, forever lifting hope. Hope, still planting, still singing, still lifting up the light, forever choosing life. How beautiful, Rabbi Shelley. Thank you.
Thank you, Molly, for reading that, for sharing that. So I wanted to ask everyone too, if you could list an example in the chat, what gives you hope now? So we can see what some of the sources are of hope that you find right now in your life. Mhm. So as you're writing, look in the chat, see what people are sharing, being part of vigils, being in community, friendship and love, interfaith students, brave young people like Greta Thunberg, interfaith students here. When people come together in difference brings me hope. The persistence of love across difference brings me hope. People in unity. You all give me hope. Nature. Um, People who show up for protests. Hope lives enduringly in a small, courageous flame in my heart. World peace and good health. Each word offered has been a seed, each story a stream of understanding, each insight a breath of new life. Together they remind us that peace is not passive. It is peace in action, alive in our choices, present in our care for all that lives. Blessed be. The next generation. Being here with others each week and knowing that we are one in our hope for world peace. And this community keeps me so grateful and gives strength and fire to keep going. Discovering people in my very own neighborhood who are all rising up to insist on justice and protect our brothers and sisters being targeted by our government literally for no reason other than the color of their skin and the cruel belief that that infers otherness and not belonging. So I know there's new ones there. If you can read them, I see we're almost at our time. So what beautiful sharing. It's really the sharing that everyone has together that keeps giving us hope. And know that it's the small actions that everyone does. It doesn't have to be the grand actions. It's the small embers of hope that we light together that builds the flame. We rise, humbly hearted, rise, won't be divided, rise, with spirit to guide us, rise, in hope. In prayer, we find ourselves here in hope. In prayer, we're right here. In hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here. In hope, in prayer, we're right here. We rise. All of the children rise. Elders with wisdom rise. Ancestors surround us, rise. In hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here. In hope, in prayer, we're right here. In hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here. In hope, in prayer, we're right here. We rise, humbly hearted, rise, won't be divided, rise, with spirit to guide us, rise. So, as we close, a reading by Howard Zinn. To be hopeful in bad times is based on the fact that human history is not only of cruelty, but also of compassion, sacrifice, courage, kindness. If we see only the worst, it destroys our capacity to do something. If we remember those times and places where people have behaved magnificently, this gives us the energy to act. And if we do act, in however small a way, we don't have to wait for some grand utopian future. The future is an infinite succession of presents, and to live now as we think human beings should live, in defiance of all that is bad around us, is itself a marvelous victory.